Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger, and it's been a while since I've done a video. Um, so I just thought we'd do a kind of a little update of what's been going on, some things going on, talk a little bit about myself in general, how I'm doing, and then I thought I'd talk a little bit about some of the news in the gaming world right now, and just in general, some upcoming stuff that's kind of piqued my interest. So first of all, I've been away again. I'm sort of back and forth at the moment between different places. So I'll come back and forth, spend a few days with my partner and stuff, and it's nice, to go and be with them. Obviously, I've still got a lot of commitments here, so obviously I can't sort of just drop what I'm doing and go straight up there instantly. So being back here gives me a chance to do some stuff. I've got a bit of a busy schedule over the next couple of weeks. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow. I've got to go for a mental health appointment on Friday, which I'm hoping actually gives me some answers. I'm hoping actually get somewhere with that. I always talk about mental health and how important it is. Unfortunately at the moment with how things are going with this country, with the world, a lot of people are on backlog. It kind of sucks. It really sucks that priorities lie in the wrong places, and people fall through the cracks. I'm a firm believer in like the education system in this country. How they will teach you things like algebra and second languages rather than actually teaching young people more important things. I think there's three things that I think schools should be teaching, more so secondary schools. One is definitely psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy. I think that should be taught in school. These are all things that you get taught when you go to like mental health people and stuff like that. This is what a lot of these therapies in this country offer. And the resources can be found online, but I think teaching that in school would be fantastic. There's a lot of young people out there, unfortunately, these days, self-harming and committing suicide, and is absolutely ridiculous. How bad things are getting, and these people are falling through the cracks, because they don't know where to turn to. And there's the old saying, I think therefore I am. But I think the problem is people don't actually teach these people, and these young people and old people just in general, especially men's mental health has took a massive decline. I feel like there's a sort of stem on men's mental health in general. It's just such a shame, and I think teaching that in schools would be fantastic. Another thing that I think they should teach in schools is sign language. They expect people to learn a second language in school, like Spanish or German or French, which is fine, I guess, but why not teach sign language? One of the most requested jobs at the moment in the UK is caring, care. And I think teaching sign language would be amazing. Why not teach that in schools? My current partner, she's mute. She can't speak. So if I had been taught sign language in school, that would have made things so much easier. I mean, we have a great communication anyway, but teaching sign language in schools, why not teach that in school? And then people can grow up and get older, and as they get older they can go and do these jobs, and you'll have more support in mainstream schools for people with accessibility needs, such as deaf people, mute people, and the same with medical training. Why not teach basic medical training in schools? CPR, things that people can use to save their lives. How many people in this world use algebra? I was taught algebra in school and I've never ever used it once in my entire life. You know, maybe 5% of jobs in the world use algebra. You know, it's ridiculous, you know, and it is absolutely ridiculous, you know. I think there's so much in this world right now, and not just in this country, but just in general, where people are falling through the cracks because they're not taught these things. You know, I'm a firm believer in, if you're taught something, especially from a young age, you'll retain it as you get older. In fact, you might actually learn more if you were taught from a young age, you know. And you know, I feel like, you know, mental health in general still has a stem about it. A lot of people don't open up because they're afraid of the oh, are you going to get thrown away or lock away the key? This isn't the 1900s. This isn't freaking, you know, asylums and stuff like that. You know, I watched a thing about it a while back, a documentary about a woman who was going to these like mental health wards, and the people that are in there, you know, it's not people that are, they're still people, you know. These aren't, you know, this isn't the days of electroshock treatment and, you know, the old fucking where you cut part of your brain, lobotomies. We don't do that anymore, and I think some people still feel like that, you know. And I'm going to be honest, even older people, you know, I think there should be more education around mental health, especially with older people not understanding, because, you know, there's always this fine line between young people don't get on with older people because older people think, oh, it's all about respect, oh, my day was different. Yeah, your day was different, but those days are past, you know. This isn't your day anymore. You know, yes, respect your elders sometimes, but respect is both ways, you know. I don't give a shit if you're 20 years older than me or 10 years younger than me. If you don't give me respect, I ain't giving you respect back. Respect is something that you earn. This respect is both ways, you know. I might come across as rude and blunt to some people. I will tell you straight. If I don't like you, I don't like you. Simple as. I don't care. You ain't going to change my opinion of you. And the fact of the matter remains is, we are who we are. You can learn, you can talk, you can get taught things, you can understand a little bit more. You know, I don't use the excuse, oh, I've got autism, I've got this. I have got those things, but I try not to use that as an excuse, you know. I try to, you know, but again, on the other side of things, maybe if there was a bit more understanding, you wouldn't have as many back and forths with people, because you have to understand, but you also have to, you know, it works both ways. If you understand a little bit more about me and what I'm going through and what I've got going on, maybe you could try to sympathize with the situation and talk to me in a civil way, and then I'll retain that rather than jump down someone's throat, right? It works both ways. Just in general, you know. So like I said, I'm hoping I'll get a few more answers come Friday and stuff, although I really can't be asked to go because I've got to go straight there like first thing in the morning, so it's one of them. But I suppose do and die, right? Got to do what you got to do, and like I said, I've still got things that I'm trying to sort out here. You know, you've got Christmas coming up and that, obviously, and there's a few birthdays and things coming up as well, so I'm trying to put things aside for that and just trying to manage so many things at once, right? So yeah, I've been in a sort of up and down at the moment. You have your good days, you have your bad days, you know. And I won't go into details about everything because, you know, I'm a firm believer in, I don't open up to people, but, you know, I'm one of these people that I could meet 100 people, and maybe two of 100 people would be the people that I would stay in contact with. The rest of them would be, no, I don't care. I don't want to know you. You know what I mean? I've known many people over my life, and maybe 2% of those people are still in my life right now. You know, my mate Ryan, I've known him since primary school. We're still mates. We've been mates for years. Even when I moved away and I moved in with my ex-partner and had my kids and all of this, we still have that contact, you know. And obviously now that I'm back living down here, I still see him, but I don't see him on a regular basis. I see him every once in a while, and I like that. You know what I mean? Everyone's got their lives to live. I don't feel like I need to be friends with everyone, and I try not to, because I just don't, you know, I'm a firm believer in the more you have, the more you lose, right? And that. But moving on with like the gaming world right now, man, I'm gonna say it, the PlayStation 5 Pro, Sony, what the fuck are you doing? $700? I don't know if that's £700 as well. And you have to pay an extra £80 for an external disc drive? Why the fuck? The original PS5 had a disc drive. Yes, you could buy a version without a disc drive if you want to save yourself a bit of money. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Actually, I didn't really use many disc games on my PS5, but I know there's a market for it. And this is the problem with gaming right now. Gaming is becoming a premium. You know, and this is why I always tell people, you don't need to have the most up-to-date consoles. You don't need all of this. If you want to play games, why not go back a generation? If you missed out on the Xbox 360, why not go back and play Xbox 360? Yeah, who cares if someone else is playing the newest PS5 game, the new God of War, the new Sniper Elite, the new fucking FIFA. Who cares? It ain't about what other people are playing. If you want to play something, play it in your own time. I don't do multiplayer gaming. I played a bit of Overwatch last week with my mate, and you know what? I don't miss it at all. I really don't miss it at all. It just pissed me off. I got annoyed with the game. I don't hate the game. I've always had a love-hate relationship with Overwatch. We had some great times back in the day playing it, but I do not miss online gaming. I really don't. Will I go back into online gaming? Probably not. I don't miss it at all. You know, I just don't miss it. I prefer it and I'll be honest with you, gaming in general lately, I just don't really do it as much. That's not to say that I'll never play a game ever in my life again. And I don't miss it, you know. Yes, maybe I did sell off a bunch of my collection. In fact, I ain't got no more games physically anymore. And it's the same with the gaming bubble. You know, the problem is with society today is gaming's becoming premium. If you want the most recent games, you're gonna have to pay £80, man. Why spend £80 on one game when you can go into like CEX and probably pick up maybe like 20 maybe Xbox One games or PS4 games for that price, you know? If it's new to you, who cares, right? You know, there are tons of great games out there. You know, and this is why people are getting back into retro gaming. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of like, you've also got scalpers out there, you know, that's the problem. People want to go back and play these classic games. And this is why I think like emulation, and you've also got things like, you know, Nintendo Online, that a subscription method where you can go back and play these old games. You know, the Game Pass, PlayStation Plus. I think these things are awesome because you get a chance to go back and play these games. Yes, you pay one price in each month or a year or whatever. And yes, you don't technically own the game, but who cares? If you're playing the game and you're enjoying the game, does it really matter? I'd rather spend £12 a month and have, you know, 700 or so, couple of hundred games that I can play whenever I want, and go out and spend 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, £100 on one game. You know, if I don't like the game, then I feel like I've wasted £100, you know, and I'm not going to get that £100 back. You know, I'll probably get maybe a third of that price if I'm lucky, right? And yeah, that's why gaming to me now is just, gaming has just become, it's like a stalemate, you know. It can go either way right now. And you know, I love when I'm watching some of my favorite YouTubers like Dashi or someone like that, and they're going back and playing old games. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. I love YouTubers that do that. I love YouTubers that don't focus on going, oh, the new FIFA's out or the new Call of Duty's out, I need to go and play that right away. And then there's other people that come along going, do you know what, instead of playing a new Call of Duty, everyone else is doing it, I'm going to go back and play an old Mario game or an old fighting game or an old racing game and have fun with it, you know. Gaming can be fun. Gaming is fun if you make it fun, you know. Why get all pissed off and vexed going out and spending £100 on a game, and then you've got fucking paywalls, and then you've got battle passes, and you've got DLC and all of this extra stuff added on top? you ain't having fun. You're just spending money and going, oh, look at me, I'm awesome because I've gone out and spent £150 on this one game. And then there's me like, oh, I spent £15 and I've got hundreds of games that I can play when I want, you know. I'd rather put a couple of, you know, I went out and spent £4 on some of the Yakuza games and yeah, I had a great time with them, you know, who cares? But I digress, you know. I feel like gaming right now has just reached an impasse and I do not miss it. I don't miss it at all. You know, don't get me wrong, there are some games that come along and I go, oh, this looks awesome, you know, like Red Dead Redemption 2 and you know, some of the Lego games and, you know, the new Dragon Ball Z game and stuff like that. Some games come along and go, oh, I want to play that. I want to play that. It looks awesome and maybe it is awesome. But I don't feel like I have to go out and buy it day one. I just don't. Pre-ordering games as well. Don't pre-order games. Why spend, you know, put a deposit down and then you have to pay for that game when it comes out. And then you could get that game and actually you've got all of the issues. How many games have come out? The biggest shit fucking slap in the face is Concord. I don't know a lot about the game, but all I know is the game was out for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And they closed the servers down. Yes, okay, fair enough. They did refund people's money, rightfully fucking so. But that is absolutely ridiculous. And we're not talking about a free-to-play experimental pre-alpha. We're talking about a full-fledged game that they spent hundreds of hours making and it got shut down. That is absolutely ridiculous. Who the hell decided to do that, man? It's so stupid. And then there's people, this is even worse, there are people trying to sell on eBay physical versions of that for like hundreds of pounds. Why? You're selling a game that you can't play. Why? And who's the idiots who are buying those games? Why are you paying for something you can't use? It's like me going out and buying an empty bottle. There's nothing left in it. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I've gone and spent £20 on an empty bottle. And yes, I know this is Prime. And actually, this is a new flavour, Glowberry. And actually, it's apple, lime and kiwi. And I quite like it. I don't drink a lot of Prime anymore. But I do like it once in a while. I do like it, you know, just to drink. I don't care about who creates it, you know, I don't give a shit about that. People sit and go, oh, Logan Paul did all this shit and scammed all these people, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Nike fucking made their money using children's labour. Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. Yeah, there's some pretty fucked up multi-organisations out there, but, you know, who cares, right? You know, you can have a conscience, but if I just want to drink, I ain't going to think twice about where who's made it and where it's come from. You know, as long as it ain't going to kill me, I'm fine with it, you know. I don't drink energy drinks anymore. I won't touch an energy drink, and I very limit myself on caffeine as well. I'm bad enough without it. But I digress. Same with movies and TV shows. I can't really think about too much at the moment. Although the new Terminator show's out on Netflix, I might have to give that one a watch. I haven't heard much about it. I seen the trailer for the Minecraft live action movie. I mean, my son would probably love it, but it was the most ugliest thing I'd ever seen. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when they showed the sheep in it, it just reminded me of the live action Sonic trailer when it first came out before they redesigned it. It's got the same face to it. Maybe that was intentional, I don't know. But and Jack Black again, like, come on. If it's a video game movie, Jack Black's got to be in it, right? I don't hate Jack Black or anything. I think he's a good actor. I think he's funny. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems to me like they could have made a Minecraft movie using CGI. In fact, there is a Minecraft movie using CGI. It's called the Minecraft Story Mode. Yeah, it was a video game, but it's basically an interactive movie, essentially. And that probably got a better story instead of, you know, doing the whole Jumanji thing. The Minecraft movie is basically Jumanji. you know, people inside of the video game world. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. It just seemed to me like, yeah, video game movies. I think maybe they'd like, for every 10 video game movies they make, one of them is decent. And it kind of works the same way for every video game based on a movie that comes along. Maybe one's decent. Maybe I'll do a video on talking about some video game movies and which ones are good, which ones are bad. Off the top of my head, I think probably the best video game movie that I've ever watched was Ready Player One. Even though it wasn't based on a particular video game, it had so many Easter eggs and it was a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I know it's based on a novel, but whatever. I enjoyed that one. And probably the worst video game movie I've ever watched was Max Payne. I don't even need to tell you about Max Payne because it was fucking awful. Just don't watch it. And it sucks because the games were awesome. In fact, I think they're doing remasters for those games, which, yeah, good on you, Rockstar. And if it is Rockstar making, I don't know if Rockstar, yeah, Rockstar, yeah. And yeah, so, but yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on. Sorry, I've ranted a little bit here, and you know, like I said, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and it sucks. Maybe things need to take a step back and actually look at what's going wrong in the world right now and focus on helping people. I won't go into details because, you know, I don't even pay attention to the news these days because it's all doom and gloom, right? But that's just the way of the world. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I think I'm gonna watch a bit of Dragon Ball. Someone has been asking me to watch some anime for a while, so I'm gonna continue with me Dragon Ball. I'm on episode 27 right now. And yes, I know the new Dragon Ball Daima is coming out soon. Which is kind of, I don't know where it sort of fits in. I don't know if it's like a reimagining or if it's a chibi one. I don't know. But I've seen something about Gohan isn't even in it or something. I don't know. Let me know your favourite Dragon Ball character. When I say Dragon Ball, just in the Dragon Ball universe. I've always been a Vegeta fan. I've always been a Vegeta fan. So he's my favourite character. Okay, and you gotta love a bit of Master Roshi as well. He makes me laugh. Oolong also makes me laugh in the original Dragon Ball. But nonetheless, and Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero October. I ain't gonna lie, I've seen some more trailers for it and it looks fire. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping like Dashi or someone plays it because it'd be hilarious to see him play that game. But yeah, so that's my plans for now. I'm gonna chill, watch a bit of Dragon Ball, and then tonight I'm gonna watch some Bob and Margaret, which is a really old animation show from the 90s. I might do a video talking about some unknown adult animations and some interesting shows. I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty busy next week. My schedule's thing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. I've all got something going on. So Tuesday's literally the only day that I'm probably not going to be doing anything. So, but I digress. And then the following week, I'm seeing a friend for a couple of days, and then probably the following week after that, I'll probably be with my partner again. So, but yeah, nonetheless, again, it is my son's birthday as well coming up soon, so I will get some presents and stuff sorted out for him, send some presents up to him and stuff. But nonetheless, I hope everyone's doing all right. I hope everyone's having a good time, and if you're struggling with anything, you know, just I suppose keep your chin up and face life as it comes, right? You know, sometimes I give better advice than taking my own advice, you know. Do as I say, not as I do, like my aunt says to me. But I digress, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. About 25-minute long video. I'll try and do some more videos coming up soon. I don't really do videos while I'm away just because but maybe I will one day. Maybe I'll do a video while I'm away. I don't know. I just try not to do too many videos while I'm away. I just don't want to cause any anyone to be a bit uncomfortable. So, but nonetheless, anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. I might be changing my YouTube name again. I'm not 100% sure. So if my YouTube name changes over the next couple of weeks, it was intentional. And as always, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know your favourite Dragon Ball character. Let me know your favourite anime or manga. And as always, guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.